you're also talking across social media, especially X. Anne joins me now to bring us up to speed with what you've been saying. Anne?
All right. Just before we begin what you've been talking about, I mean, in the sporting world, you begin to ask questions. Did they not know they were going for the Olympics after so many years of knowing that you're going to do something, and then you begin to be lackluster about activities surrounding sporting events? I think when people are held accountable for some of these things, maybe they'll begin to know that this is not politics. This is a sporting world, and take things more seriously. But let's begin with some of the trending stories that you've been sending, reactions to trending stories that you've been sending. And we'll begin with this one about thugs carting away Ganduje's corruption trial document. And the Kano state government, if you recall, had said yesterday that during the End Bad Governance protest, that thugs came in and took away all the documents and files on the corruption case against Mr. Ganduje, that's the former governor of Kano State. And these words are coming from the Kano State government, and you've been reacting to that. And this first reaction is coming from Onyalo Kalo. He says, "I have become immune to anything that happens in Nigeria's political space."
I think sometimes this joke is...
from swallowing money, from a snake swallowing money, to a monkey doing something, and you're wondering...
What Nigerians are wondering,
what's going on?
Ambushing the court premises is illegal. Nobody should do that. Those are not what protesters, those are hoodlums. And so those hoodlums were brave, smart enough to know where the documents are, sorted the document, found the Ganduje owner and took it away. Yeah. Okay. At Kano said they should define definitely have copies with lawyers and the judges. Why is this a problem? Unless they have all connived to end the matter this way, Nigeria, my country, nothing will need to happen.
All right, Samuel Leslie says that Nigeria, a country where everybody is deceiving everybody. We are watching. Jeremy
Adetunji says, yep, they are not thugs, they are looters. Treating them as thugs is naive and complicit in criminal activities.
And Design Mat 24 says that they know we're not foolish and that we'll accept things as they are, with nothing ever changing. It's disheartening because we're not serious in this country. How long will the corruption continue to evade justice? Corrupt individuals continue to evade justice. How many politicians have actually been arrested and sent to jail?
It's just heartbreaking to see some of this story. And again, I saw a story yesterday about the NNPCL saying that production of PMS will not start August again.
Yeah.
So
we keep moving.
I had to tweet or send a post and said, Twitter there and said, I hope this is not true. I don't want to believe that this is so.
The last time we were just saying, you know what, stop giving us dates because...
Okay, let's go to the next one because wonders will never end. This is, you remember that video of a lady tearing her husband's international passport? So that's the video.
Well, she's been arrested.
She's been arrested.
And taken to Abuja for questioning. That's the video you're seeing at the arrest. That's the Abuja airport when she was being escorted by the men of the Immigration Service, officers there arresting her. And also her husband has reacted actually to that arrest. But let's see your reactions first before we talk about her husband's reaction. And this is coming from...
The husband, I think the husband talked about it was a skit.
Yeah, he said it was a skit and that wasn't his international passport and all of that. But we'll get to that. Let's see what Sikiru 001 is saying before... All right. Sikiru 001 says that then provide your passport for us to see. It's like you, Seth, wants to join her for questioning.
Okay. Achekemi, I guess S. Chenny, I guess that's the pronunciation, forgive me. LOL, that's laugh out loud. Then where is it? You should be showing us as proof. Simple. If that's not your international passport, show us the real one.
Well, I guess maybe the reactions from the wife when they hear her answers to whatever it is, maybe that would sort that. But LT Galax says that arrest the husband too for shooting such kind of content.
Yeah. Emmanuel Wakpa says, you suppose hold the passport for this your skit now. Make this second skit no put you for another trouble. So for those of you who don't understand pidgin, how do you interpret that? How do you interpret that? So just have your main passport.
Right.
Just have your main passport, okay? So that the second one, if this is another state, so it doesn't put you in trouble.
Exactly.
That's the best I can do. Sometimes you think these things are easy to interpret. Do we have more time for this? Okay. Let's get to that particular bill that was yes, the House of Representatives.
That's the anti-subversion bill. And the House of Representatives.
Quite controversial. When we saw the bill, like, what is going on? What do you want to do to the civic space?
Well, it was a prison sentence of 10 years, actually.
Okay, so basically, part of the bill says the speaker actually had to come out to say the bill is targeted at terrorists and all of that, anti-terrorism, all of the explanation. But it can be very dicey if you see content of the bill. Things like legislating over insults. I've never seen that anywhere in the world, that, in a democracy. Legislating that if you refuse to, sing the national anthem and all of that, maybe you will be fined and even jailed. But there are provisos to all of this. So, but Nigerians didn't want to have that. They said this is draconian, this is anti-democratic, this is unconstitutional. Let's not even hear it. So this is what you are saying. Aisha Yusufu, I guess. I would choose 20 years in prison than sing what she calls Tinubu's anthem passed by, well, I can't use the word she's using, masquerading as lawmakers in the National Assembly. Well, it's the national anthem passed by the National Assembly, so it has become binding on all of us. However you choose to respond, I guess the government will have to respond that. But so that we'll put this in context. Arise O Come used to be a national anthem for many years, and then the Tinubu administration has reverted to Nigeria We Hail Thee. So it has become law, binding on all of us. So how you respond to it is another different kettle of fish. Real Toby Akimbo says, so not a single lawmaker in the National Assembly has a sense to push a bill that criminalizes looting of public funds with capital punishment. Instead, they want to jail Nigerians for not singing national anthem. Crown Prince Come too says a bill is about to be passed by the National Assembly. If you insult any politician, you get 2 years in prison or 4 million naira fine. If you refuse to sing the national anthem, 10 years in prison. If you protest, 5 years in prison. I refuse to believe this is happening in Nigeria. How do you even define insult? That's a big question. Professor Boki says, what type of bills are the Nigerian politicians pushing to pass through the National Assembly? So Nigerians don't have the right to protest, call out their MPs or question their policies with all their problems in Nigeria. So those are the things you've been saying. But the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, did the right thing. In fact, it shouldn't have been legislated in the first place. And it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have even been brought.
It shouldn't have been brought before. And then he was saying, "Oh, there's. Don't worry, it hasn't even passed. It's still at the introductory level."
Stage.
But what even inspired it in the first place? I mean, there's some parts of that bill which, of course, it's agreeable, but most of it is just you're just wondering, where did this even come from?
So let's bring them up to speed. People now reacted to his withdrawal. Remember, when the bill came out, there was a huge pushback. The system is already volatile. The politics is heated up. And then you're bringing this kind of bill. First and foremost, the timing is absolutely
very wrong,
out of place. So, but he has withdrawn it.
Yes.
We thank him.
And this is coming from Ajagun Shegun. He says that the House of Representatives should seek a 10-year prison sentence with hard labor and 5 million naira fine for Nigerians who lied under oath, embezzled public funds, or forged certificates to attain public office, not Nigerians who refuse to recite the national anthem.
So for context, when I looked at the bill, the refusal to sing national anthem with the intention also to subvert, to cause violence. So that's why I say contextually and all of that. But this bill is a no-no for Nigerians. So Love Carefully says, how did he come up with the
Which is the same question you're asking right
That's
now.
what I'm interested in. Did his new essay have anything to do with it? Maybe it was proposed being, well, he didn't complete a sentence. I don't know what he wanted to say. You have
all right, Onyez Nazumu says Dem for continue. Okay, maybe that's the continuation. But Baron29 says that Nigeria needs lawmakers who can think outside the box, solving Nigeria's intractable problems. We don't need laws creating a box around Nigerians or caging them.
All right, POMO, or POMO, if you will, with loads of numbers, says, have you ever seen someone you employed is seeking a law to stop his employer not to call him to order that he or she has a right to act as he pleases? Power actually intoxicates, so those who are in the corridor of power feel it's their right to behave anyhow.
Bright Omehu says that the speaker needs to do better. I'm yet to see him sponsoring any bill that improves the welfare of Nigerians. And a lot of Nigerians were talking about that on X, that you are creating some kind of law and bill, and you are not even focusing on the right things that should be focused on. And where did not singing or reciting the national anthem? I would like to hear from him so he know where that inspiration.
I think he has done the first honourable thing. He's the honourable speaker.
To withdraw the bill.
He has done the first honourable to withdraw the bill. I think the next honourable thing for the speaker, if you ask me, is to apologize.
Yes, and explain.
To apologize to Nigerians and maybe explain better, because Nigerians are not going to have it. They're not going to take this for granted. Poker Pabi says the first introduction of thought was wrong. This shows many of the problems of state of the politics or something like that. So those are the things you've been talking about as far as the polity is concerned. You got to keep it coming. Our job here is to amplify your voice and make you heard. So if you post on X, we'll curate it and bring it to the show and make your voices heard. Look, they hear you. This is your country. It is our country. Section 14, subsection 2A says sovereignty belongs to you, the Nigerian people, through the constitution that the government and the authorities will derive their powers to do anything they want to do. So if they choose to act out of order, by your definition, you have a right to call them out. Just like we're calling the NNPCL one more time. That Melek here is, sir, we hope the news that we're hearing that the production will not start in Port Harcourt refinery is not true. First, I don't want to believe it's true, because just last month, you say you're not lying, that this is going to happen, it's going to start.
Well, let's give him a benefit of doubt.
No, we're reminding him, just in case they are contemplating shifting it.
Well, I like the fact that someone said yesterday on X that the office of Nigerians as citizens is never vacant. Because we always talk and we will always react to whatever it is you're bringing to us. And I like how Nigerians are taking this thing seriously and being part of polity and policies in the country. So we hope that this is not true, because it will just drive us back.
It's all over the place that it is true. But
let's just, sometimes let's just believe that.
I don't want to believe it's true, because this is going to be the 6th time. Yeah, they've been making that promise like we don't know. Anyway. Guess how much has been spent for turnaround maintenance? Over 10 trillion. Over 10 trillion of Nigerians had end taxpayers' money.
You know, we just sometimes joke about these things, but it's serious. I mean, we are not.
All right.
But anyway.
Well, we have a big conversation for you after the break, okay? Remuneration. How much do senators earn? The controversy around all of that. Judicial officers now earning 300% increase. Public officials, for teachers, and all of that. We'll look at all of that, as well as things in the economy and the state of the nation. Someone from the National Assembly joins us in just a moment. Join us again.